the following has been put together for your viewing enjoyment. I hope you appreciate the effort that went into making this production. I currently work as a stripper, and make these videos in my spare time, although stripping does take a lot out of me on a day-to-day basis. Please subscribe so that I know my efforts are not in vain. Hugs and kisses. Ms. Reddit. Airplane pilots of Reddit, what was your biggest we're all fucked up moment that you survived and your passengers didn't notice? Not a pilot but a flight attendant. We landed, everything went smoothly. As we're deplaning, the pilot steps out of the flight deck and goes, "Wow, I'm glad we made it, we lost 2 hydraulics on the way down." I had a similar experience as a passenger, not hydraulics but the freaking Santa Ana winds at ONT. Flew into ONT on a Southwest flight on Christmas Day 1997. Flight was fine until we passed the mountain range just north of the airport. From that point on it was like a bad roller coaster. Most of us passengers were white-knuckling it, except for my infant son who laughed at every lurch. I was one of the last people off the plane because I was having to haul the baby and his car seat off, and either the pilot or co-pilot came off behind me with a flight attendant, and one said to the other I wasn't sure we were going to make it down in one piece. Not something I wanted to overhear. Yikes. Mine is from many years ago when I was a student pilot. I was 14 I think at the time. I had about 15-ish hours done and getting close to soloing for the first time, but still had a few hours, and more landings to practice. I was doing some basics and getting ready to come back with my instructor to practice some touch and goes for a bit. Coming back through we had to pass through DTW's Bravo airspace, means need permission to go through it. A few minutes before I was about to call for permission, my instructor got really quiet. I looked over at him and he looked really bad. I thought he was going to puke, so looking for a bag. But then I notice he isn't breathing. I figure out where I am at and call up DTW approach. Declare a medical emergency and that my instructor was not breathing. I also told them I am a student and never landed on my own before, and never in a large airport. Detroit approach was amazing at helping me. They gave me an option for DTW or Willow, but Willow would have added a good 5 to 10 minutes since I was coming in from the southeast. Opted for DTW and they were great at giving me vectors, while also getting the big jets out of the way. I remember hearing them tell several planes to go around and several more into a hold. Anyway, did my approach and made the most butter-smooth landing I have ever made in my life, even till this day. Ambulance was right there on the taxi waiting for me. Turns out my instructor, who was only 25, had a heart attack. He ended up being okay. All in all, from first call to him in the ambulance was less than 10 minutes thanks to ATC and DTW Tower. I was in the process of getting my PPL, private pilot license, and I was flying circuits solo. Before I took off, the CFO of the flight school asked me if I was sure it was a good idea to fly. "It's pretty windy." I was flying a Cessna 152 on a day with wind pushing 15 knots and turbulence around 20. I honestly don't know what I or anyone at the flight school was thinking letting me, 16 years old, take off. Anyways, a few bumpy circuits go by with no problem. I actually got some great practice landing in turbulence. So the last circuit of the day, I'm on final with full flaps doing the absolute minimum speed for approach in a 152, not taking into consideration that the air is super turbulent. For those who don't know, when it's bumpy you should be going a little faster on approach than usual. Anyways, I'm quite close to the ground, maybe 300 to 400 feet, and I can hear the wind blowing over the sound of the engine. Suddenly, no wind. I had just lost 15 to 20 knots of almost direct headwind on final approach with absolutely no airspeed to spare. I remember my shirt sleeves looked like they were inflating and the plane's stall warning started screaming at me. The controls became totally useless, like a limp computer joystick. Thankfully I had my hand on the throttle like my instructor taught me, and for whatever instinctual reason, good instructor probably, I gently pushed the throttle all the way and slightly lowered the nose. All of this took place in the span of about 5 seconds. I remember what I did, but not thinking about doing it. It was like when you drive somewhere and you suddenly realize you've arrived without remembering driving. Damn scary. Anyways, I landed the plane just fine and went home and took a nap. My parents said I was pale as a ghost when I got home. Flying is fun until it isn't. Similar story to you. I'm a relatively new student pilot and I was just starting to practice pattern work by myself, but my instructor either wanted me to go up with him for a few laps before soloing or with another instructor if he had other students. So, my instructor has another student he's teaching. I end up going up with another instructor just to verify that little 10 hours me can still fly a plane before I practice for an hour or two. We take off, and as I'm on final for our last practice run, it's a little shaky as it is usually in the mid-afternoon in Florida, but I'm confident in my ability to land the plane. Well, to my surprise, when I'm about maybe 100 feet above the runway, the plane just drops in an instant like someone took their hand and just pushed down. Luckily, my instructor must have trained me well because like you, I had my hand on the throttle and just gently pushed the power to full, leveled the nose, and made a smooth go around. Made me feel good knowing that my brain knew what to do without having to think about it much. Also, the instructor I was with, I always thought seemed to look a bit angry, but I was pleasantly surprised when he smiled and complimented me on my quick decision making. Getting a compliment for doing something specifically well, other than like, good job today, boosted me as a new student. It wasn't necessarily a situation where I'm thinking oh shit, we could have died, but knowing that I'm capable of recovering from a scenario as such and not ending up like the guy who slammed a plane onto the runway and broke the gear. Was learning to fly when I worked for the government. So on my first flight with me taking off, we've been climbing for about 5 minutes and we're going through some gentle turns when instructor says, "We're going to head back, I don't feel well." He takes over the stick and he looks ashen. He then starts to breathe erratically and says I need to help him control the plane. He radios tower and up till now I'm thinking it's a prank. Mayday, mayday. He talks me through the whole thing. I'm trying to talk to the tower, repeat info, read gauges, remember lessons, listen to him and hope he don't pass out. I was shitting myself. Takeoff is one thing, but landing. We land like a kangaroo with a rocket up its ass. I'm surprised the wheels didn't fold. Must have been 4 big bounces, but it's a big runway. Scrub speed, finally get the plane to stop and instructor passes out. He had a heart attack. He survived but only for a few months before I heard he passed away in his sleep. But he got us down. I never continued the lessons. Not completely on topic, but I was an aircraft mechanic for the Navy back in the day on A4 Skyhawks. Student pilot notices his canopy light is on, indicating his canopy isn't all the way closed and locked. He decided it might help if he cracked the canopy open just a little bit and close it again. I remember seeing it land as a convertible. We sent a couple of guys out in a pickup truck where they found the missing canopy in a farmer's field. The submarine door doesn't seem closed all the way. "Jim, do you mind opening it and slamming it shut so we know it's closed?" He decided it might help if he cracked the canopy open just a little bit and close it again. Me, thinking, that seems reasonable. I remember seeing it land as a convertible. Me, oh God. He was in the air. If you liked this video, don't forget to click subscribe, hit the golden bell icon, and make sure you have notifications enabled on your account. To enable notifications, simply search, "How to enable notifications on my YouTube account." Ms. Reddit.